Let's talk magic libraries. Honestly, for a while, I wasn't sure if I liked magic libraries as a setting because I hadn't found a book with a magical library that I enjoyed. But today I'm going to talk about 3 books that I read that have magic libraries that are absolutely delightful. The first one I'm going to talk about is Inkblood Sister Scribe. This book is set in our world, and we are following 3 people. 2 of them are sisters who grew up in a magical library. They couldn't have electronics or anything because the magic of these books would mess up the electronics. So in some ways it felt a little old-timey, but this book opens on these 2 girls' father being killed by one of the magic books in his library collection. We follow these 2 sisters as they are adults. One of them has to move every year. She's being followed and she has to constantly elude the person who's following her. And the other one is the caretaker of the magic library. We're also following a 3rd perspective, which is the perspective of a scribe, which in this world, a scribe is the only person who can actually use the magic or perform magic with the books and write the spells. All 3 of these people soon learn that there is much bigger things at play and they are not being given the entire story, and they might be being used by those around them in order to pull off a larger scheme. This is definitely one of the faster paced books on my list. It is a little bit more of like a mystery thriller feel to it, though it is very magical as well. The next book on my list is Sorcery of Thorns, and this book leans much more into the magical element. We are following our main character who grew up in a library, and she takes care of these magical books. These books have personalities. They sing, they shout in the middle of the night, they scream. Some of them are extremely dangerous because of the dark magic that wizards have poured into these books, and some of them are quite benign. All of them are kept in this magical library, but some of the wizards are not happy that these books are being kept this way, and they want to access this dark magic. The only way humans can perform magic in this world is if they bind themselves to a demon and then use the demon's magic. Of course, our main character at first is very wary of this kind of magic, but she soon has to team up with a wizard who has himself bound to a demon in order to save the magic libraries. This book is so fun and sweet, and there's a nice slow burn romance in it. I really had fun with this. This is probably the one on this list that it's definitely the one that I've reread the most on this list. And my 3rd magical library book is The Lost Scroll, The Scroll of Kings. This book definitely skews on the younger side of this list. We are following a much younger protagonist, but this book is also so much fun. Our main character is working as a librarian apprentice, and he finds the librarian dead on the floor, also killed by one of the magic books in the library. He goes on to inherit the title of librarian at the palace, and he's realizing that these books in the library are infested with a dark magic, and he's writing to other libraries in the kingdom to figure out what is going on and how he can save the library. Our main character in this one can be quite stubborn, but he freely admits that this has gotten him into trouble and is not always the best way to approach situations. And I found this one really entertaining and really enjoyable to read. Let me know if you have read any of these and if you have any magical library book recommendations in the comments. And I hope to see you in another video. Happy reading!